Good morning everyone, Stephen Lee here. Many of you who've already filed your 2020 tax returns are receiving letters from the IRS stating that the refund amount has been adjusted due to the Recovery Rebate Credit. In this video, I'll be going over the 4 most common reasons for a refund change and the 4 most frequently asked questions in regards to the Recovery Rebate adjustments made by the IRS and what you need to do in order to answer or respond to those letters. As always, I'll leave a link to the source of this information in the information section of this video below. So a quick review. The Recovery Rebate Credit is for those who did not receive a first or second stimulus payment or received less than the full amount of rounds 1 and round 2 of the stimulus payment. You may be eligible for the Recovery Rebate Credit. If eligible, to claim the credit, you must file a 2020 income tax return, even if you normally are not required to file a return. Once again, if you did not receive a stimulus payment in rounds 1 or 2 and you are eligible, or you did not receive the full amount of stimulus payments 1 and 2, you will need to try to claim these unpaid stimulus payments through the Recovery Rebate Credit by filing a 2020 income tax return. Once again, the government will not automatically send you any unpaid stimulus payments. You need to claim it by filing a 2020 income tax return. Remember, the fastest way for a refund or to claim your Recovery Rebate Credit is to file electronically and to include your direct deposit information. There are 4 common reasons the IRS is correcting the credit amount claimed. This is the Recovery Rebate Credit amount claimed. The first is the individual was claimed as a dependent on another person's 2020 tax return. You cannot be claimed as a dependent on another person's tax return and try to claim the Recovery Rebate Credit. The second most common reason is the individual did not provide a valid work-eligible Social Security number. Remember, that is one of the main requirements to qualify for a stimulus payment. The third most common reason is the qualifying child that you included on your return was age 17 or older as of January 1st, 2020. Okay, remember the eligibility for a qualifying child for rounds 1 and 2 of the stimulus payments as well as the Recovery Rebate Credit is that you have to be under the age of 17 as of January 1, 2020, as of the beginning of the 2020 year. And the fourth most common reason is that there was a math or a calculation error related to adjusted gross income and any stimulus payments already received. Okay, so there are many taxpayers out there who tried to claim recovery rebates higher, and it wasn't, and then they are actually eligible for, whether it's based on the income limitation or based on stimulus payments that they received, but were trying to claim again through the Recovery Rebate Credit. Remember, if this is the kind of content that you're looking for, don't forget to subscribe and turn on your notifications as I'll continue to update you with any IRS updates as well as any tax saving strategies as well as tax rebates and credits available to you. So let's get right into the first of the most frequently asked questions in regards to the Recovery Rebate Credit. The first scenario in question is you're eligible for the 2020 Recovery Rebate Credit, but you did not claim it on your 2020 tax return. Okay, do you need to do anything to receive the credit? Okay, so once again, you filed your 2020 tax return, but you did not claim the Recovery Rebate Credit or request for the Recovery Rebate Credit. You left that line blank or you didn't fill out the worksheet for that number. Remember, if you did not claim the credit on your original 2020 tax return, you'll need to file an amended 2020 income tax return using the form 1040X. Once again, if you did not claim the Recovery Rebate Credit on your originally filed 2020 return, the IRS will not automatically calculate that for you. You have to request it and amend your 1040 year for the 2020 year using the form 1040X. Okay, once again, the IRS will not calculate the 2020 Recovery Rebate Credit for you if you did not enter any amount or try to claim it. Remember, if you do need to amend your return, you'll need to calculate your eligible recovery rebate using the recovery rebate worksheet. The worksheet can be found on page 59. Once again, on page 59 of the Form 1040 2020 instructions. I'll leave a link in the information section below to those instructions. Scroll to page 59 of that instruction book, and that's where you'll find the recovery rebate worksheet. I'll also leave in the information section below a video tutorial of how to fill out that recovery rebate worksheet. I go through an example on how to fill that out. So you want to definitely do that before you amend your tax return to see if you're even eligible, or if you even need to amend your 1040X. Remember, when amending your tax return, for the explanation on why you're amending, you need to include a reason for why you're amending. Please include the reason as recovery rebate credit. Okay, write something in that section and list out recovery rebate credit as the reason for why you're amending your tax return. Remember, if you filed your original return electronically, you may be able to amend your 1040X electronically as well. But for those of you who paper filed your original tax return, you have to submit a paper 1040X amended return. You cannot amend electronically a paper filed 1040 return. Okay, so once again, if you filed originally electronically, you may be able to amend electronically. If you filed originally by paper, you have to amend by paper. The second most common scenario and question that I've been getting is you entered the incorrect amount for the 2020 recovery rebate credit on your tax return. Should you amend your return? The IRS recommends not to amend your return because they will automatically recalculate the eligible recovery rebate credit for you, okay, while processing your return. Remember, you can always check the status of your refund by using the Where's My Refund tool provided by the IRS website. I'll also leave a link in the information section below to find that Where's My Refund tool. The third most commonly asked question and scenario that I've been coming across is you received a notice saying that your 2020 recovery rebate was changed because your qualifying child exceeds the age limitation. What do you need to do? Remember, once again, if your child was age 17 or older as of January 1, 2020, the child does not meet the qualifying child requirements for the 2020 recovery rebate. Okay, so your child must have been under the age of 17 for the 2020 year in its entirety. In order to be a qualifying child for the credit, once again, your child must have been under age 17 as of December 31st, 2020. Okay, so you had your qualifying child had to have been 16 or younger for the 2020 year. And the fourth most frequently asked question scenario is you received a notice stating that your credit was changed because your income was too high. What do you need to do? Right, the 2020 recovery rebate has the same AGI or adjusted gross income limitations as stimulus payments rounds 1 and number 2. Your 2020 recovery rebate would be reduced if your income or your AGI was above a certain threshold based on your filing status. That AGI can be found on line number 11 of your Form 1040, adjusted gross income. Just a quick review, if you are married filing jointly or a qualifying widower, if your AGI was above $150,000, you would there'd be a phase out of the credit, and above a certain threshold, you won't receive any of the credit at all. If you filed as head of household, that limitation begins at $112,500. And if you and any other filing status, including single individuals, if your AGI is $75,000 and above, your credit will slowly be reduced and phase out completely above certain income thresholds. Remember, you do not need to take any action if the IRS told you they adjusted your recovery rebate credit. They will adjust the eligible amounts automatically. All right. So please don't forget to leave any questions or comments in the information section below. And until next time, I wish everyone a wonderful day. Bye.